Hey there, observers!
This is Taiwan Observer.
And today we are back with another episode of
Observations with the
Boiz.
Boiz. That's it, with
Vincent and
Joseph. That's right, guys. We all hope that you had a wonderful new year with your loved ones, with your fam, with your mates, with your friends, and you had a wonderful time.
Yeah, we went to the rooftop party.
That's it.
Yeah, the rooftop party. We had a good time there.
Also,
wicked. We headed out to the Taipei 101 and we saw the fireworks. So if you'd like to see the fireworks and you haven't seen them yet, for whatever reason, you can go to our Facebook page and you can go and check out the live stream we did.
That's right. And I think what was even bigger of a trip was me going to Ilan in the middle of the bloody night at 4 o'clock in the morning, reaching out at 6 on a motorbike here. And I was there just to catch the first sunrise of 2021. And that's what I did. If you want to catch that broadcast, you go to our video section and you're going to see the video there. It was wicked, really cold.
Nice. All right, so remember, guys, you need to smash the like button.
You do.
Hey, you see this guy? He hasn't smashed the like button yet, man.
And I see that Lassie there is not doing it either. Like, what you have to do, girl, you have to get that mouse and you have to like point a cursor on the like button and press it. You get me?
Yeah, follow us, subscribe to us, like us. It helps the algorithm tremendously, guys. We really appreciate it if you could do that. And if you haven't done it already, shame on you.
Still.
All right.
Okay, now, so today we're going to start a little bit differently. Usually I start with a meme. I've got a meme in store, but wait up for that. What I've got for you is there are two things that I'm going to try out, and those are the classic things that represent Taiwan. And obviously I've got these two. You're gonna call me a cliche or corny guy. I'm sorry. Well, I'm open to criticism, but that's what I'm doing. It's the beginning of the year, so I'm gonna represent Taiwan as much as I can. And there's nothing more iconic, I think, in 21st century than bubble milk tea, pearl milk tea, or boba milk tea. I've got two flavors here. This is oolong. This is green milk tea. This is oolong milk tea. I've got two different sizes. This is this big size, only called as boba. Then I've got this mix of two different sizes, big ones and the small ones.
So which one do you prefer, the big ones or the small ones?
I think I prefer big one, but then I'm going to go first for the small one.
All right.
I'm actually for the mix. Since I don't drink the bubble milk tea that often, I have this environmentally unfriendly straw. But there we go. That's what they offer in the shop. But then
he's killing the turtles.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to recycle it. But do you want one?
Let's see. Okay.
No, sorry, mate. I haven't got a straw for you, mate. So
look at this. Look at this.
But he said he doesn't like it.
What a co-host this guy, huh?
Oh, okay. This is for you.
No, I'm good. I don't like Zhenzu. So
not in the age of COVID, yeah.
Not in the age of any time. I just don't like Zhenzu. The Zhenzu's not my deal. Pearls or boba or bubbles or whatever you want to call them. I'm not into them. I've lived in Taiwan for ages, 14 years. I still don't like them.
Okay, guys.
Just not something I got used to.
I jumped the gun a little bit here, but I already made one hole. I'm gonna quickly teach you how to do it properly. Okay. So like if you're gonna do this, that's not gonna get you anywhere. What you have to do, you have to do like a sudden and quick movement, like that, and that pierces the membrane very nicely and saves you a lot of hassle. Like when I first time came to Taiwan, I didn't know that. Okay, but very quickly, guys, about the history of this this bubble milk tea, pearl milk tea, whatever you want to call it. This is purely Taiwanese invention, thanks to Taiwanese people that always trying something new with their drinks, with their food. This drink comes from 1980s. Boba is basically tapioca, obviously, as you know, in its initial form. It was brought by the Japanese here from South America. Then it was used just like in the Philippines for desserts. And then 2 different shops claim that they are the original inventors of this beautiful drink. One of them is Hanlin Tea Room in Tainan, and they claim to come up with this drink in 1986. And the other one is the Chun Shui Tang Tea Room in Taichung. And those geezers, those people say that they came up with this drink in early 1980s. So there's a bit of a debate, a bit of a beef going on between those 2 tea rooms, you know what I mean? So like, we're really not sure, but like what it is in its original form, it wasn't looking like this. It was just black tea with white pearls, because back in the day they weren't colored. Now you can get any different colors, really. You can have them colored and that. So like, yeah, guys, I'm going to enjoy myself. This is oolong mixed pearls milk tea. And that's me, and this is a classical product from Taiwan.
All right.
For 2021.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the most iconic products you can see. Whenever somebody talks about Taiwan, one of the first things they think about is milk tea. You know, talking about milk tea and lots of touristy things that are happening here in Taiwan, no thanks. There happens to be a real slowdown. As you all know, the borders are closed, and there's a real slowdown in Taiwan when it comes to tourism and shops and things that deal with tourism. So in particular, there is a real slowdown in tourist-heavy destinations. Let's say Dongmen, for example. So Dongmen, that area used to have lots of tourists, but since COVID, tourism is down quite a bit, and revenues are down quite a bit. In the beginning of the year, revenues were down heavily. Now they're back up to about 70-80% of where they used to be, but that still means that some shops have had to close their doors or are thinking about closing their doors in that area. So one of these iconic shops is the Ice Monster Mango Shaved Ice shop. Okay?
No way.
Yeah, they said that
Them lot closed doors.
they're saying they're going to be closing their doors because of COVID. They can't. The tourism's not that high, and I guess if you're a regular in Taiwan, if you're a Taiwanese person, going to buy some mango shaved ice isn't really like the biggest deal in the world.
What's bear mean?
Yeah, you can just go down to your local night market and there's probably someone selling some shaved ice, and you can get all sorts of cool toppings and probably different flavors as well. But talking about this whole situation, I would like to talk about the economics of COVID in Taiwan at the moment. So Taiwan has been booming.
Taiwan is blessed.
Yeah, it's been booming compared to other places in the world, right? Especially now. Taiwan may not have the tourism numbers that bring in that extra outside cash, but that doesn't matter because Taiwanese people are coming back to Taiwan in droves. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But since people can't leave Taiwan, they're spending their money here. So one of the things that's interesting here in Taiwan is that car sales are through the roof at the moment. People are buying all sorts of cars, right? Toyotas are flying off the shelves. They just had their biggest shipment of BMWs and Mercedes that they've ever had, right? So people here are buying cars because, you know, they're not going on vacation. They're not leaving the country. And so they figure, why not just buy a new car?
The thing about those Toyotas is that, like, first time ever in the history of Toyota, not salons, not sedans are the top sellers, but actually SUVs.
Yeah.
So like SUVs just flying off the shelves. That's the biggest seller for Toyota.
Exactly. So people are spending their money here, and a lot of people have been coming back to Taiwan from the United States or from other European countries where COVID is more is hitting them much harder. So they come back here, and now those people are spending their money here instead of spending it elsewhere. So there are luxury hotels and things that are sold out until February. Some hot springs, luxury hot springs places are sold out until July of next year. Yeah, so there might be a damper on foreign tourism here. So places that rely on foreign tourists, but places that have local tourism are actually booming at the moment. And some of them have had to raise their prices because there's so much demand, okay?
Whoa.
So we can see that there's a lot going on here in Taiwan when it comes to economics. But let's talk about the GDP of Taiwan for a minute. So in Taiwan, at the beginning of the year, they were saying we are going to be losing, we're going to have a negative GDP. But now by the end of this year, Taiwan is predicted to grow 2.71% GDP. And they're saying that there will be an even bigger growth in 2021 with a 4.2% GDP growth estimated. So this year so far, 2.71% is great compared to other countries in the world where they have negative 4, negative 10, negative 12% on their GDP, especially tourism countries, countries that rely mostly on tourism. But other than that, we have these tech companies in Taiwan. So maybe tourism and a lot of other smaller industries are suffering now in Taiwan, but the tech companies are booming. Stay-at-home work has forced people to buy new laptops, new cameras, new cell phones. They can't get out the house, so they buy a new
equipment.
Yeah, new device, new equipment, new GPUs. GPUs are flying off the shelves. They literally cannot keep them in stock. And with the surge in Bitcoin and the surge in other cryptocurrencies right now, those GPUs are becoming extremely valuable to those Bitcoin and cryptocurrency miners. So Taiwan is on an upswing purely because of the situation that people need new, better electronics now that they're staying at home all the time. Another thing is that Taiwan is slowly changing into a military-industrial complex where they're being forced to build their own military vehicles. Submarines, you know what I'm saying?
Killer tank vehicles, those MPVs, right?
Yeah, underwater unmanned vehicles, aerial unmanned vehicles, submarines. They're building their own missiles. They're building their own fighter jets now. There's a lot going on in Taiwan at the moment. And they're also building their own ships now. And so this is going to be a new revenue stream in the future. Right now, it's still in its infancy, but I can see this becoming a new revenue stream in the future. Anyway, let's move on from that, and let's move on to our last thing we're going to be talking about here today, our meme of the day.
So first of all, big shout out going out to Mr. Tomas behind Nihao. How's it going? Yeah. This time he has provided us with a selection of memes, and among these I've chosen this particular one. And this is a very easy one. It says, wow, writing characters sucks. Yeah, well, it's pretty straightforward. There's this gentleman here, Giza, looking up the Mandarin characters, thinking, wow, them characters are bad difficult. Like, I'm never gonna learn them. Like, what's going on here? Like, but like, this is exaggeration. Like, this one actually is still in usage. This stands for Gui, which is a turtle, right? So you can actually see it everywhere. And plus, we are in this original country with the original character, Mandarin characters, not this simplified mumble jumble stuff that they have on the other side. Yeah. So like we have to learn the original stuff, and so like we still have this in usage. And this is like the most difficult character ever. And this one is not even, you can't even have it like a typeset for it. If you would like to type it up on a computer, you can't do it because you just can't find it among all the other characters, because it just doesn't exist. You have to have like a person, like a calligrapher, that would have to do it for you. And that's actually, and it's a weird spelling and it's a weird pronunciation too. Like the sound combination of this is very unusual for Mandarin. It's actually only this and some colloquial other Taiwanese word for that. It's called biang. Like, have you ever heard biang in Mandarin? No, right? It's biang, but not biang. So this is actually biang. And what does it mean? It means exorcism. So it means like to yeah, that's what it means. Yeah, like to drive the evil spirit out. Yeah, we're cracking up.
I just think that's funny.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I mean, if you look at it, there's like a character of a horse, character of a language. This is like Lego thing. This is meat, and all of that together is exorcism, right? So like this was a long time ago used to like drive the evil spirits away from the house or wherever. So like yeah, but then okay, so you've got this meme, but like not be discouraged because learning Mandarin is really useful, and you don't really have to write characters by hand. They're like in the future years, I don't think like even native speakers going to be doing that much. You know what I mean? Because everybody is going to be typing stuff, and that's going to be pretty much it's going to be a thing of the past. But still now, if like I for example went to school and I learned Mandarin for a year, and I was writing every day, and all that knowledge, all that me like diligent writing, me writing diligently for like in space of a year, all of that is just gone. I can't remember. So like if you have to be either a little kid here in Taiwan and learn it from the early beginning and like practice bloody every day, then you're gonna get it. Or you have to do something like an acquaintance of yours did.
Yeah, so my friend's father, when he moved to Taiwan originally, he decided, hey, I'm going to figure out how to write Chinese characters. I think that's going to be beneficial to my business. So what he did was he wrote every character that he was learning 200 times, and if he didn't write it properly, he would write it another 200 times. So the guy made sure that he was training and training and training all the time. And his diligence paid off, and now he can read and write Mandarin almost perfectly.
How many years did it take him?
I don't know how many years it took him, but after several years, he is
finally
he's
literate.
Yeah, he's literate. So, me myself, I have been to Chinese classes. I have written many a workbook in Mandarin. I have filled out those workbooks. You know what I'm talking about? Those notebooks with the little squares for the characters. I've filled out several of those notebooks, but I'm still terrible at writing them. I can recognize characters, like if I'm reading a sentence, that's easy enough. But what's difficult is actually putting pen to paper and getting it out of my brain.
Oh, I see.
I can recognize them, but I can't write them.
But then when you look at one, you can copy it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But when it's using like a computer or something, I can type in the pinyin and it will give me the character, and then I can use my recognition skills and like go through them and find the one that is most recognizable to me and use the correct one. Right?
But yeah, the final message, guys, if you want to learn Mandarin, you should still, you get me? Because like it's important, like especially if you live in Taiwan, like it's gonna help you a lot in it. So you have to really focus on this, and like this is something that is gonna help you out in life a lot.
Yeah.
Even though Taiwan,
because it sucks walking around being illiterate.
Basically, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to at least be able to recognize them. You don't have to like be able to handwrite them, but you have to be able to recognize them. And how's it going? Thank you very much, mate. One more time for providing us with this wonderful meme.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hoping for a better next time. And then yeah, love you, mate.
All right, and also, guys, remember, if you like these memes, if you want to see more memes like this, go and like Nihao's Going's page.
If you haven't already.
Yeah, if you haven't already, Nihao's Going, great content creator out here in Taiwan, and a great friend of ours. So go check him out, like, follow, subscribe, all that goodness. All right, last thing we're going to talk about here right at the end of this show is we would like you guys to please subscribe, follow, and like our stuff. Share it is the most important thing you can do. Sharing. Because if you share it for us, we'll be super appreciative of you. So please help us out and do that if you can.
Yeah, be good, guys. That's what's gonna really help us out. So help our brothers, help our boys. Yeah, that's gonna give us you know, a lot of You know, it's going to be really helpful to us. So please do that. All right, let's say anything else.
Nope, we're good. All right, guys, this has been Taiwan Observer with another episode of Observations with the Boys.
Observation with the boys. That's it. Observation with the boys. And see you next time.
Peace.